area, and now it's looking like it wants to make this W and get a good little pump into, 805, 800, 810, 812, um, which could be a good area for sales, depending on, how much power we get when we blast up here. So I added three contracts pretty quickly. I got my stops just under this support level that I created the other day, which is a key level and very important when you're trading to map out your key levels. Again, this is another key level that I put right here. Okay, and so what happens during key levels is when you go up through these key levels, like we were hitting resistance here, and when we go up through this key level like we did, then most of the time you magnetize all the way up to the next key level before you start to hit resistance. And again, if we look over here, we blasted up earlier today and kind of started to hold support right here on this key level. We couldn't hold this area earlier today. And so what happened was, boom, flushed. Had to get more buyers back in here at the middle VWAP band, okay, this baby blue band. And then it kind of powered up, got more buyers, pushed up here, and now we're kind of floating right here in this little range, this little baby range, I call it. And so we come down, boom, held support here on upper middle VWAP, this purple line, which is the upper zone to continue to trend upward. And basically, we blew through here, come down, held support, came to maybe about 80% of the way of this candlestick, came back down, boom, held a support and made a higher high on this candle. So that tells me in this setup, 80-90% of the time when that happens, we're going to blow up, into this zone. It could fake us out and fall. I doubt that's going to happen. But this could be like a little rejection area where it comes back down. We add one more, and then it blows up into here, into the 25,800. And so that's what I'm waiting on. The time is 12:42. So this is typically like the chop, but once 1 o'clock hits, 1:30, I mean, that's when the market starts moving again. Big money comes in and starts making some purchases, and boom, you get volatility, guys. So here we go. So this is going to be a slow grinder up into this zone that I have mapped out already. And let's see here on my icon. Let's unlock this. Yeah, this was another support line that I made. And basically how I made this blue line, like all these horizontal blue lines, except for this one, this is my break even, my three contracts. All these lines that I make, whether they're gray, blue, dotted, whatever, these are key levels. And so how I got this key level is when you look back on previous day VWAPs, a couple of days ago, this is that area, okay, right around the top of this VWAP into this liquidity zone here. So when you start trading, you'll start to realize and if you watch my videos, you'll start to learn and realize where to put your key levels that make sense. Okay. And when you start to do it long enough, you'll know kind of what zones you like best, which zones have been tested or hit the most. Like this is tested, like boom, boom. It's been tested twice in here, fell down. Now we come back up, retesting it. We build enough buyers to, fly up on this trade. And so this is the trade, that I was expecting it was going to do. And you can also take profit here. It could jig around here or just shoot straight up. But you can also take profit like right around here and then try to buy back like right around here. Because normally what it will do, if since it's moving slow, it will pop up, come back down. You can buy another one in this zone here, and then boom, it can come back up. Or it could just go vroom straight up, So based off the speed and kind of how it's just barely jigging, we'll probably get into here, come back down, and then, shoot back up. And I am trading off the 3 minute time frame right here. Shows 3 minute time frame. We're trading NQ. This is my super dom. These are my positions. And then if you wanted to go into stats and stuff, you can go here, trade performance. So far, I've taken 9 trades. 77% of the time, I'm winning. My trading fees, I make $85 on average per trade. Voila, kind of gets you some details and stats there, guys. So we are starting to get this power up. Again, there's going to be a lot of sellers right here into this zone. And I also have this very important blue line right here. So this blue line, let me tell you about this blue line. If we can hold above this blue line, okay, so we come up, we come down, and we hold. If we can hold here, we can shoot up here pretty quickly to 850. Okay, so that would be, a time where, we right now we may want to start thinking like, shoot, price can get all the way into this zone. Okay, so these are my zones that I have mapped out, and it's very important, guys, that you know what zone you're trading. Okay, if we can't hold this zone, then obviously we fall down here, and then back so forth. You keep making lower lows, but as of right now, we're making higher lows, higher low, higher low, higher low. So we are on, kind of this uptrend thing here. But this could be the area where the uptrend starts. I mean, if we can't get past this zone to keep going higher, which I don't think we will, we could. I don't know. Who knows? But I think that this is, and that's why I have this a little thicker, because I think that this is like the final area for today, at least. I'm not talking about tomorrow or tonight or whatever, but for today, I'm thinking this would be the final area that we could potentially get to if we keep squeezing up. And if you look at the range for today, I mean, this over the night we hit what, 25,527. Okay, 527. And then now we're getting up to what, potentially 850. So that's almost a 300 and some point day, 330 point day, 27 point day, or whatever. Okay, on average, NQ's trading 300, 250 to 350 points a day for your range. So that kind of makes, on an average typical day, that kind of makes up the range for today, which kind of checks out. So however, if you check out my earlier video for the live trade today, I literally thank God, can't do it without God. Glory to God. But I was able to map out the levels 100% perfectly, and trade the this whole crazy thing, like boom, 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 boom. It's pretty cool. How we did it, and yeah. So just wanted you guys to keep that in mind. This little candle right here, what happens in this point, like from here to here, if you count this as 100%, as long as we stay up in the top 25% of this candle, this thing does one more little power up, before we get a push down. So if you count this as 100%, like probably right here is like 25%. 50% is fine. Sometimes it goes down 50% and then powers up. But in this situation, I'm thinking a 25% move down is good enough for the next power up. And then at this point in time, this is where we can get a sell back down into this area here to see if we're going to hold support on this zone here. And so, yeah, this is the trade that I thought that was going to happen. It happened. Thank you, God. We hit a good trade here. 1,500 bucks so far. So my goal right now in the next 10 minutes or so, see if we can get this up to 2,500, maybe 3,000. low risk. Okay, so let's see what we can do here. Now, another thing that could happen, which I don't know if it's going to happen, this thing could just go and just go real quick. That's why I got my stop loss right here, because what happens is when price gets above this upper outer VWAP, this is the most outer VWAP right here. When price gets above here, say we get above here, come down, and we hold support on this support now, then we could easily squeeze up. But normally what happens is this comes, it wicks into here maybe, okay, and then price gets back down here really quick and it creates one of these little wicks right there. And the body, okay, gets back in here and then it starts to see if we're going to hold support here, okay. Typically, that's what happens in this situation. Now, I could add another contract right there, okay, and try to double up real quick and see if we can hit this 50% mark, and then boom. Okay, that would be cool if that happens like that. It's looking like it might. And basically, if that happens, and we'll have two contracts, so you have two red lines that you will need this line to hit, price to hit, so you can take profit. And I just added that contract anyways, because typically this thing shoots up real quick right now. Hurry up, go, 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 go. You don't want it to go below there. Go, 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 hurry up. Real quick, hurry up, go, real quick, power up. Now, if it doesn't power up, you can always take this and you can pull it down into price, okay? And you can take your profit there if you want, if you don't want to get stopped out here. I'm going to go a little bit lower than 50 because it may come down to the 50% of this candle and then power up. If it goes lower, I just want out. I don't want to hold two contracts. This is more about risk management. I'm in the profit from this level right here. This is my break even. If you look on the DOM, like this is my break even. This point right here is right here exactly. Okay. So I don't want to risk having more than one contract past this level, past 91.50. Okay. I just don't want to do it. Here's 91.50. Now you can also move the line on your super DOM. This is the super DOM. If you move your line here, you can also, it moves over here on the chart, just so y'all guys know. Okay, now this candle's taking a little bit more longer to hit that power up. It's still above this zone, but normally in this situation, it's possible now that it just didn't power up real quick, that it could come down to the 50. Okay, because sometimes at that point it powers up. Sometimes it comes right here and powers up. Sometimes it comes to the 50 and powers up. Sometimes it just flushes back down here. Okay. And if all this red takes out this whole candle, then know that we can easily start to come halfway to this one or down, into these lines or whatever to try to hold support, like on one of these moving averages. But the minute we get under this one, this is the 21 day, this is the most important. The minute we get under this line, then it gets like, okay, we may actually be turning around to go downward. Okay, so what would happen is you flush under here, you bounce up, you probably hit like a rejection right around here, and then you come down, or you can just flush down, or maybe you flush down here and then hit a rejection here. But this is key. Like we want to be riding above here. If we do get down here, we want to get back up above it very quickly. Like we don't want to hang out in our positions like underneath that line too long. Just cut them. Know that you were wrong on the trade and just look for the next trade. That's all you can do. Just risk management. A lot of the traders say, live to trade another day. So, I mean, the whole thing here about trading is protecting your capital, looking for these setups. Like this setup I seen was going. I was in a sell here and I had to cut my sell. I made a little bit of profit because I was hoping that this thing was just going to keep flushing. And since I was at the grocery store, I wasn't able to see this, that it held here because I was shopping and I didn't realize that this was starting to hold support here. Otherwise, I probably would have took profit here or here once I realized that we were holding support on this line. What I was hoping was that we were going to come all the way back down here and kind of fade out, which didn't happen. Now we're in these upper two bands, which means when you're in these upper two bands, you trend up. I mean, it just is what it is. So, in prices stalling and hesitating here, this could also be like an accumulation thing. So smart money's accumulating. I really feel like now they want to come here. You know what? I think I've seen this setup here before. Price wants to come right there, kind of kiss that line and bounce right up. So I'm going to put some tight stops right there. Okay. And, let's see if we can really get this thing going. Now, as long as price comes here it also and bounces, since this looks like an accumulation thing now, this could be like, okay, a lot of the buyers are accumulating so they can push this little pop right here. And when that happens, we don't get below this line. And I think this is the 9-day, or let me see. Yeah, that's a 9-day moving average. So when this particular situation happens, accumulate, it comes down real quick, wicks down here, pops right up. Okay, this scenario could play out now that since we didn't pop up here or there, this is looking like a smart money accumulation or it could be a bear accumulation and they just go and flush this thing real quick, and everyone that's hoping for this little push up right here gets whacked. But see, my theory is this, guys. My theory is since we already pushed up to 805, okay, and we didn't flush under 8, usually we don't like to push up to 805 if we're going to flush all the way down. Usually, if we're going to flush all the way down, we're going to push to like 800, 799, maybe 802, maybe. But usually you stop about in the high 90s. Or 92 or whatever, then we flush. But since price went whoop, way up here into 805, I'm automatically assuming we're getting to 812, 820. I mean, we can get up into 820, right around, these areas here, okay? I'm automatically assuming because, over time I noticed 802 is like the cutoff. Like we go wick up to 802 and flush down real quick. This was so strong. So the buyers are definitely in control. Okay. And because of that, my bets are up. And plus, hey, look, remember that's that line that I made. And look, this is our support. This is like our wall. Okay. It's like we're safe as long as we're above here. Even if we go, like right here, like we're still safe. It's not until we get, lower than this. I mean, sometimes it can even come to like the very bottom of that wick right there and then boom, pop up or whatever. So, for this trade to be accurate, the trade that I'm thinking of, we don't even get into here. We get right here. We go boom and go. But we may not even get there. It just looks like the buyers are going to push this up right now, and you can tell because look at this line. It's going more vertical straight up. So you can even go something like that, add another contract and put a tight stop right underneath that body right there and then get that push up. It looks like it's about to push finally. Yeah, this is telling you like up, like it's screaming up, So I'm in 3 contracts for this push up. And basically what's going to happen is what I think is going to happen is we're going to push up real fast and wick up, but price is going to come down real fast because there's a lot of sellers into this area. So that's what I'm thinking is going to happen. That's scenario one. Scenario two, it just keeps going like really fast. And then, yeah, so can the market only go up or down? Okay, guys, up or down, up or down. So that's the big picture here. Let's get this push, guys. Let's go. Let's go. Now we're back up. The whole green took out this whole red candle, which is good. Now we're hanging out in the top 25 percentile of this green candle now. This was an accumulation of the buyers accumulating to get this last push. Or maybe, like I said, we keep pushing up into here, into 850, which is possible. We're holding up here pretty good. We're bouncing on the 9 perfectly. I mean, it's looking good. It's looking good. It's looking good. There we go. We're at $2,000 now. I just sold one contract. Okay. And we're going to try to get a sell here around 815, right at the top of this line. Give it a little space to wick up and then come back down and take profit around here. Okay, that's what we're going to do. Come on. I know you got one more push. It's just getting more buyers here to, push this up a little more further. That's all. Price is moving slow. When price is like really like jigging, moving fast, then I probably wouldn't have this sell right here. I would probably move these up higher, like into here, into this zone. If price was like, whipping around. But because price is like barely going and like kind of getting activated, I don't think it's going to do that. But who's to say that I'm right? I mean, I've seen price act very slow like this, and then all of a sudden, once we get above this line right here, guys, it just fires up. So keep an eye on that. The minute price gets above here and starts holding too long, don't be in a sell. Make sure you switch to buy and put your stop loss, a little bit under. Because if we're squeezing up, price won't come but maybe about right there, right under here, into this zone before it shoots up. If it gets any lower, then it's just going to fall. So those are the tiny details and tiny things that, you need to pay attention to when you're trading. Like, how far is, if I'm getting a long above this upper VWAP when price is holding above, and then all of a sudden it gets a little lower, it's like, okay, how much lower am I going to hold it? Well, not that much lower. I mean, how many points is this? 17 to 9. Okay, so maybe 10, give it, 10 to 12 points. That's it. Yeah, nothing more. Because if it really truly is going to fire up, I mean, this thing holds and goes, doesn't go too much lower. So that's something to keep in mind when you're trading in this zone. This I don't like. This I don't like. Okay, I don't like that. I'm going to move that just a little lower. I feel like it wants to get that push, but I'm afraid it wants to kiss this line right here first. Sometimes price wants to just kiss right there and then go. Okay. I sold one right here, deleverage, which was good. I could add another one back right there and do a tight stop. Okay, and try to get this pop. It's looking like it just wants to get that little area right there and then pop. So it's looking like, let's see. And if I get stopped, I get stopped, whatever. We won't get, have to look for the next setup. But hopefully it just wanted to get right there, like we were saying, and then fire this turd back up. So that's the situation. Now you could deleverage, like if you're like, oh shoot, it's not gonna get up. I don't know. You could just hurry up and sell one contract at break even or a little bit in the money, just to deleverage and lower your break even costs. But in this circumstance, I'm not going to do it because I just think we're going to get a little higher. If I do change my mind on that, I could always just hurry up and push this in here, like pull it down really fast and just try not to get stopped out right here, if I lose faith in this situation. So, but since price has been slow grinding and kind of barely I think that's what it's going to do until we get above this area right here, these wicks, then it will pop. But from here to these wicks right here, it's going to barely go until we get right above there. This at 25,806.05. Then it will go from that point on. But from here to there, it's like, what am I going to do? Am I going to go? Or am I going to flush? So, and it's going to go. Here it is. It's about to watch, right? 805, go. Now, real quick. 1, 2, get above it. Hurry up. Price is still below those wicks. Get above those wicks. Here, let's get a closer snapshot. Oh, it got a tinch above those wicks. Just a tinch. Okay. And the next time, if we can get up there one more time, I hope we do. If we do, for sure we're going to pop. Okay. But now it's giving it another opportunity to drop. But you see how this price hopped above this bar? I like that. It shows bullish behavior. Okay. So I like when this happens and boom, you just pop right above this bar. Okay. Obviously, I don't like all this, okay, this confusion, because this is like, what are we doing here? What's going on? It can go either way, 50-50. I should have sold one right here. Just to deleverage out of 3 contracts is a lot. I still can right now, but I'm thinking I just don't want to, guys, to be honest. I could do something like this, though. Like, if we get below there, at least try to save a little bit. And that's just all risk management, guys. It's like, I'm going to get it right there underneath that body. Oh, don't do me like that. Yeah, it's going to get me. That sucks. That kind of sucks. I hate when that happens. But whoa, I was not talking to Alexa. She just started talking out of nowhere. Y'all guys seen that? Okay, I re-added, guys. I feel like it didn't just flush down. So I re-added, and now I think it's going to power up now. That was the final test right there. But it's better to take your loss right here, guys. It really is, than to just get, smashed with 2 down here. Because there's also something called slippage, where your stop losses don't get filled exactly, and maybe you slip $100 or 200. With 3 contracts, maybe that could be an extra 150 or something. So I'd rather just lose like $50 than like, the full 150 or something, or whatever, if that makes sense. But this is really like meandering. It's 108, and this ain't good. This is looking like it just doesn't even want to go up there. Like, what are we doing? Like, I hope this is the thing. I feel like it wants to go a little lower, stop everybody out that's doing what I'm doing, and then it wants to pump. So this is what we're going to do here. We're going to give it a little more room to breathe. And then we're going to get this power up, because I really feel like we've come this far. And maybe all the hedge funds are like, listen, we need to get more contracts lower. And so they're like trying to accumulate a little bit more for this pop. So it is possible now that this is happening, that we get a little bit higher, into the 30s, maybe even hit that full 850, maybe, because since we just didn't hurry up and go right here, and they're starting to come down and accumulate a little more. I mean, like I said, as long as we're holding above this blue line in this 21 zone, okay, we're gonna blast up, And another thing to notice is this is straight looking, going straight up. It is starting to curl over a little bit, but not enough significantly to get this drop, okay? So also keep that in mind, guys. Maybe God will bless us with 3,500 right now on this next trade when this thing develops. Maybe I need to get another contract around here to power this thing up here. Or maybe my levels break, okay, and I get whacked and I gotta look for another setup. Maybe, I don't know, but that's why we have our stop losses, risk management, okay, our levels of support, and that sort of thing. See you guys. We're just waiting it out. You gotta wait. I mean, everything's still in place for the power up, so everything is still locked and loaded, guys. In fact, I may even push this up a little more now because it may shoot up a little higher now. We're getting more accumulation for a bigger thrust to go up higher, okay? And I may move this now. Whoops, that's not it. I gotta move this one. Whoop, that's not it. Which one is it? Oh, where are we at, guys? There we go. We're gonna move this in the 30s now to short, okay? Because this could be a situation where, yeah, there we go. See how we come down here holding support now? This is for the power up. Should I add another contract? Yeah, let's do it. Whatever. Okay, and I put a tight stop here. So if it does flush, we mitigate that risk there. But it's looking like it wants to go. I mean, this whole thing here, Let's see. Now, if it doesn't, look, you can go like that. Boom. You see how I took a teeny little baby loss right there? You can always do that. If you think, oh, it's going to turn around, it ain't going, and then now I can do that. Okay, now we're going to get this pop. Let's go. And a lot of people do this, like they'll add another one, and they're trying to go like full port or whatever. You could do that, but sell it right here because it could also stop right here. You don't want to get caught with your pants down or whatever. Okay, guys. This is the power up now. Watch. We want to get into the 20s, guys. Thank you, Jesus. Glory to God. How long? Shoot, 34 minutes for this little baby trade? We're trying to get the second portion of this. So we got the W here, okay, and then this is the second, finish off of this trade here. It's going. Should I add another one? I did. I added another one. I'm 6 contracts deep right now, which is super risky. So you want to sell out of them pretty quickly because if price decides to reject here and flush, close out, hit this button, whatever. Okay. But it doesn't look like it's going to do that. It looks like we're going to get this pop into 812, 820, 832, maybe 850. We'll see, guys. We'll see how this trade goes, guys. But like I said, this was an accumulation here. We did go up here to 805. Now it went to 810. So usually when we're in these zones, man, we're over 800. Dude, we're going to 820. We're going to 817. We're going to 816. We're going to 832. We're going to 850. Let's see how we react when we get into this zone. Does price hold above here to keep going, or does price taper off and this starts to curl over? I can sell another one. Boom. I sold another one in the profit just because I want this to fire up and it hasn't. I don't want this to come all the way back down. So I did deleverage. I'm still holding 4 cons, which is a lot. Okay. Yeah. Where is my other take profit? I only see 3 right there. This is taking its time. It's looking like it's going to do it, though. I mean, I'll add another one right here if you want me to at 800. Don't call me Deezy Weezy for nothing. I mean, shoot. What you got? I mean, I'll take what you give me, bro. Glory to God, guys. But I'll be honest with you guys. Like, this is really like slow. This is like snail pace slow right here. It's like it's barely moving, which I heard, like some of the best day traders in the world say stuff like when price is doing this is an accumulation for the next big move, whether it's down or up. There's an accumulation taking place, okay, for this next move. It's 116, guys, okay, 116, which is a great time for movement according to time of day. There's always a big move right around this time. So, I mean, let's see. I mean, this was a little mini one, 1239, but now we're into movement time. Okay, let me add another con. Let me put a tight stop right here. We're 5 cons deep, guys. Come on, let's go. What are we doing here? What's happening? I like to move it. I like to move it. Hey guys, make sure if this content's helping you, click and subscribe. Let me know, how I'm doing. Yeah. Let's do it. Let's do it, guys. Let me know. Let me know how we're doing, guys. Just playing the waiting game, guys. Playing the waiting game. Just starting. I don't like that. I'm getting out of a couple cons. I just don't like that situation there, guys. I'm going to move these lower since I already kind of sold those there. Okay, give that a little more room to breathe. I just don't like this. It's just moving too slow for me. I mean, we could be doing this whole thing, W, hold here and power up. But what I'm afraid of is that this thing just starts to flush down here. There we go. Come on, let's go. Add it back in again. Come on. I like to move it, move it. I like to move it, move it. Come on, we got to move, guys. What's it? 119. Come on, let's do something. What are we doing? Are we going up or down? Up or down? Hmm. Okay. There it goes. There's the fire. Add another con. Add another con, guys. Let's go. Let's get this. There's some movement. Come on, keep going. Keep going. You got to watch this because it could turn around if we don't make this higher high. Come on, push. Push. I don't like that, man. It's playing. It's playing too much, guys. This is playing around here. It's going to get it. I like to move it, move it. I like to move it, move it. I like to move it, move it. Come on, guys. Let's go. What do you got? Come on. Come on, let's go. Fire it up. Fire it up. Sheesh, Louise, taking your time, bro. What are you doing? Do something. The hesitation is making me a little worried, skeptical. Because, like, if you're going to fire up, like, fire up. I just don't like this. I don't like. I like to move it, move it. I like to move it, move it. I like to move it, move it. Come on, fire up. That looks like a fire up. Finally, ay caramba. I like this, how that looks. It looks nice for a nice little pop here. Add another one. It didn't pop. Is it gonna pop? I like to move it, move it. I like to move it, move it. I like to move it, move it. I like to move it. Pop. Come on, pop. 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 There we go. Finally. Sheesh, Cerise. What is going on here, guys? Okay, that was brutal. That took a long time. However, kind of worth the wait. Kind of worth the wait. Kind of worth the wait. Mm-hmm. Is that it? Like, what's going on? I think it just wants to take its time today. I think it's just like, yeah, take my time. We're going now. Notice this VWAP band expanding nicely, but also notice we don't want price to start getting back into here, guys. We need price in this area, okay? Because what happened earlier today, it did a 1, 2, and then it dropped. If you look here, 1, 2, and then the drop. So hopefully it doesn't try to do that again. Typically, it doesn't. Typically, it will do like, keep going or whatever, or do a 1, 2, 3 on the next one or whatever. So yeah, 814. I feel like it can do more. I like 820. I like 832. I like 850. I mean, let's see what we can do here. It's 123. So, I mean, it's time to move. Like, it's time to get going. Smart money's getting back in. Guys are starting to move. I mean, are they going to flush this thing now or what? Like, what are they doing? Are they like They could be trying to get all the buyers in and then just rug pull. It happens, but we'll see. We'll see what's going on here. Okay, I like that move. I like that. Add another one. Add another one. Come on, I want a big, nice, just pop. We want a big, nice pop, guys. Come on. I feel like we can get into the 40s or 50s. It may just be a slow grinder up, guys. I mean, this has been a 45-minute trade already. I mean, sheesh. But I mean, in 45 minutes, I think we started out at like $200 or $300. And in 45 minutes, we're up, almost, 2,500, 3K. So it's not a bad 45 minutes. But what it's doing now, I don't like. I'm going to exit one. Okay. Move those a little lower, give them a little more breathing room. Ay caramba! Look at all this trade, all this hee-haw. This right here is just risk management. You're over leveraged, so you're trying to get this pop. You don't want to get whacked. I mean, that's what this is. I feel like it can go, man. I don't want it to get lower than this candle. I don't like when it gets like here. It gets scary. It gets scary for me. It gets a little scary when we get into this zone. I want to kind of keep this trend going. And what a lot of guys do, they'll do something like this or whatever, But when you're trading for a while, you can kind of just see this kind of trend line in your mind anyways. And you kind of base it off of these moving averages as well. That's why I like the moving averages. They're like me writing these trend lines, certain different deviations or whatever. So nevertheless, guys, another thing is too, like, if your trade is taking too long to develop and you just don't feel comfortable, like, maybe you just cut it. Sometimes I do that if I'm like losing hope and faith in this trade. You just hit this button right here, this exit. You walk away green for the day. So yeah, it's 127. And another thing I noticed too, at 130 all the time, we get a good power up. 130 is a good power up, but we've been doing that for a while, so maybe they're going to change. The cycles change sometimes. So what they could do, since we're in a new year and now that it's getting around 130, and be like, oh, we're going to make 130 instead of the power up, we're going to make it the power dump. So those are things to pay attention to, because everything goes in cycles. Everything's a cycle. Usually every 4 to 5 weeks, 4 to 8 weeks, you'll get a different change in trade, a different change in movement, a different speed in the market. And so understanding those slight changes is going to help you. Sometimes we'll do a 1-2 drop. Sometimes you do a 1-2-3-4 drop. Sometimes you do a 1-2-3 drop. It just all depends. You really don't know you get that drop until you break under here, okay? Because once you break under here, then you can feel that area pretty quickly until you get into this zone, which is here, right here, okay? So like I said, as long as we're above here now, and since time has increased, we want it's above here now. This is important. Yeah, we could go and bounce, but this is more important now, this zone right here, because time has evolved and has created more foundation here and has built more foundation here to keep building. And if you notice, look, we got a low, we got a higher 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 low. So those are all good. And you don't want to start making lower lows. We don't want to get under here. We want to keep going up. 50 minutes on this trade, guys. 50 minutes. 50. It's looking like it's going to do this pop, man. It's looking like it. Is it? I don't know. Well, I don't like that candle. I don't like how that candle looks. That candle looks bearish. Pop. Don't go back down. Pop. I added another contract. I'm keeping a tight stop there. We should get a pop. And see, it didn't pop right there, so I could just hurry up and do that and close out a con. It's taking its time for sure. Looking at my DOM, this is price right here, so we needed to keep going up, not down. If it goes down, I close a con. There we go, guys. Come on. Pop, 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 pop. This candlestick wick needs to go higher than this one, and it didn't. I don't like that. Go. It needs to hurry up and make a higher high. Go. I don't like that, guys. Come on. Go. Come on, you came all this way. Pop, 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 pop. Look. Buyers. The buyers are coming in. The sellers are coming in. The buyers, who's going to win? 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 Who's going to win, guys? What is going on here? All right, I'm taking profit on one. It's just taking too long, guys. And for me, 4 contracts taking too long to pop. I don't like that. 2 contracts now. I just don't like it's taking too long. Okay, there we go. Added back in. I'm back. There we go, guys. There we go. How the heck did I get that? All right, we got some movement now. Go. Pull. Let's get to the 24s, the 32s, 68s. Move these things upward. Come on. So look, yeah, 1, 2. Now we did 3, guys. We did 3. We're on 3 now. So is it 3 and dump or is it 3 and power up? $817. I mean, if it's gonna flush around the 820s and 817s is a good area to flush if it's gonna flush, to be honest. So let's deleverage just in case. Let's move this here, give it a little more room to breathe. I mean, what I really wanted was a nice pop into this area here, you know, but price is stalling. Things are looking weak. I think it's getting ready to come down. Or not. Or not. There we go. Here we go, guys. Here's some. I like how that candle looks. I like how this candle looks to keep going up. Come on, keep going. Almost. Come on, one more popper top. $55 minutes. If you're still watching this video, thank you, man. Like and subscribe. You know, let me know what I can do better. Let me know what questions you have. I know there's many. You know, we're just getting started here, so there's many questions that you may have. Just ask me, DM me, comment. So yeah, let's do it, guys. 820, definitely a good area to start rejecting. So we'll see. I'm gonna cut this video, guys. It's getting long. I'm out.